there, YouTubers. This is Kevin from the Survivor Super Fun Time Show. I know it's been a hot second. We're in the throes of the Survivor offseason as we wait. Survivor 47, that will be coming up eventually. And all of the flames from Survivor 46 have quietly died down. Thank Christ, because the fandom was a little wild for a bit. What I actually want to talk about is, during this offseason, I've been doing a little bit of reviewing of seasons of the past. I have to highlight somebody that is one of my favorite people in the history of all time. I've been watching Survivor Cook Islands, a season that is full of heavy hitters. But the person that I need to highlight more than any of these people is, of course, the legendary, the true game changer of Survivor, Cao Boi. Now, for those of you that don't remember Cowboy very well, Cowboy is one of the main members of the Puka tribe, which is the Asian tribe during the race war season. He was known for a few different things. He was known for being a quirky guy. He made Asian jokes all the time on a tribe that was all Asian people.
Oh, I make fun of that all the time. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself, first of all.
And everyone got offended by it, and he was known to get in a little bit of spat with a few different people.
Get everybody's opinion.
Have it your way. We'll leave it.
It's not
less burden for me to carry. I don't need to argue. Hell with it.
And he did a lot of things that the rest of his tribe didn't really understand, but somehow he would always end up being right.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this wind out of you, this bad wind.
In Vietnamese, we call it a bad wind. It's causing him this, and that result in a headache.
You got it. You gotta touch a bad wind. It's not real bad, but it is not great. There, you feel better now. Your headache be gone in a few minutes. That will go away in a day, it fade away.
It looks like it's burnt!
I had a headache and he got rid of it, actually.
He just like
hit you on your forehead?
He was like squeezing my forehead. I will be truthfully honest with you. I did have a headache. I don't have a headache anymore.
Which is really, really funny because, again, he was on a tribe with Yule, who's like the VP of research and development at Google now and probably makes a gajillion dollars. Oh, and by the way, did I tell you Yule won the game?
Cowboy is an interesting guy. I mean, when I first met him, I just thought, kind of wrote him off as a crazy kook. But in between the random kind of inane nonsense, there's actually like gems and nuggets of information that are actually useful.
But there's two main things I need to highlight Cowboy for, other than his outstanding personality, which, by the way, if you didn't know this, Cowboy right now is still doing cowboy stuff. He lives in Vietnam and he makes American food on the street and sells it to people. And I've heard stories of him working for like pirate ships ever since his time in Survivor Cook Islands, just because he's kind of a nomad and goes around the world. That's our Cowboy. But the two things I want to highlight from a Survivor standpoint that make him an outstanding player, maybe one of the top echelon people that should never, ever, ever be forgotten. Number one, Cowboy invented maybe one of the most crucial foundational pieces of Survivor strategy of all time. Aside from Richard Hatch starting the idea of the alliance with a voting block, this may be the next biggest innovation in voting. Cowboy had a dream where he talked to like a shaman lady and said you need to have 3 and 3. And he was telling this to Yule, and Yule's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But what we found out was Cowboy said, oh, it clicked to me in the dream.
I thought 3 and 3. That's how you can defeat the immunity idol. You can flush it out. And I woke up and I go, whoa, playing Voodoo.
This was a new thing. People did not know how to get around it, especially because it was an idol that could be played after the votes. So they said, how do we put votes on people and still get someone out that we want out?
I realized we got 6 votes. And what if we have the idol? We put 3 votes on each of them.
And that's where Plan Voodoo was born, all up in Cowboy's subconscious head.
I think the plan is ingenious. Plan Voodoo would split our votes between Jonathan and Candace to accomplish 2 goals. 1, you get the hidden immunity idol out of Jonathan's hands, and 2, you get one of those 2 people to go home.
And it is one of the greatest, most pivotal, foundational pieces of strategy on Survivor. There are so many people, so many casuals out there, and even some hardcore fans that do not remember the origin of the vote split. And I am here to tell you all, do not forget, Cowboy is the one to do it. And number 2, this is one that is not as important as Plan Voodoo, but in today's new era game of worrying about firemaking at the Final Four, we damn sure better never ever forget about this. Cowboy, in one episode, in one challenge, there was a portion where you had to make a fire. Cowboy was the one to do it for his tribe. And he did this method of fire making that I have never seen before in my life. Every season that's ever come up, I've never seen anyone use such ingenuity and brilliance in fire making like this. Cowboy lit up some like tinder coconut husk type stuff, and instead of like holding it there and blowing on it, like instead he stretched it out and started swinging it. So the air naturally fed into the embers and made it explode. And take a guess, Cowboy won.
Whatever Cowboy was doing, it's working.
I have never seen anyone on Survivor ever do that. And you know what? This dude just knows. He just knows stuff. There are people that just know stuff in life. And Cowboy is one of those people.
The others, they're Asian American. They were born in America. They've lost touch. They were not born in the old country, where a lot of this stuff was people don't have antibiotic. So they have to figure out other ways to get by.
If I see in Survivor 47, 48, 49, 50, whatever it is, if I see someone do Cowboy strategy and it works, I'm gonna just do a handstand. I'm gonna jump for joy. I mean, right now the marker to beat is Heidi from 44. I'm wondering if they brought Cowboy back. Actually, he could probably still do it now if I had to guess, because Cowboy is a G to like the nth degree. And I just desperately need Cowboy to be someone that Survivor fans, who are New Era fans, not let get lost in the shuffle.
Most people I know in my life, sooner or later, they're friends with me long enough, they experience a red mark. And it always worked for them too.
I mean, just his name alone, Cowboy, he's incredible. I need to hype him up as much as humanly possible. So in sum, he created two of the most innovative strategies I've ever seen when it comes to Survivor. And he absolutely gets drowned out in a season that involves multiple time players. Like Penner played 3 times. Parvati played like 5 times. Yeah, Candace somehow played 3 times. This season had a lot of great players, and one person that does not get talked about ever and is much, much more, in my opinion, than a goofy side character. It's Cowboy. And knowing that after Survivor, he still continued to be Cowboy in so many big ways by just being like a nomad, just doing random odd jobs. You read stories on Reddit of him just getting picked up as like a hitchhiker or working on a boat or something like that. That is like my favorite type of Survivor castaway once their season is over. Greg Buis basically fell off the map after season 1. He literally was just a dude who wanted to like live in the woods for 39 days. I love that. I love people who go there, treat it like a game, pack up the crap, and go back to normal society. I love talking with castaways of the game. I love being able to chat and really pick apart some of the awesome experiences and personalities of each one of these people that have been put on Survivor. However, I do love a good renegade. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I'm getting really excited for Survivor 47. I still have to do a video kind of talking about my cast for Survivor 50. I know everyone and their mother has done that at this point, so I felt like there wasn't much of a rush to hear from me. But I am going to be doing that a little bit. Also, we're going to be having some Survivor interviews for the upcoming season, which is going to be really exciting. And I'm super excited for the Survivor 47 fantasy draft. I always love a good competition. And last year, I was laughing my head off talking to Lindsay, Mike Turner, and Jonathan Young. It was incredible. But that's going to do it. Hope you all have an amazing day, everyone. You take care. Grr.